All right. Oh wait, why do I hear myself? Whoopsies. In 1 second. I forgot I was because of me updating to Windows 11, I had set it to monitor my mic because my mic was going like it wasn't functioning correctly. But what is up,
Yeah,
everyone?
that's
Yeah,
why.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it?
Sorry. I just noticed your mic quality. I was like, what happened? Like, yeah.
Is it bad right now?
It sounds like you're using a different mic, I think. I don't know.
Oh, hold up. Yes, it
Yeah,
is. There we
yeah,
go. Does that sound
it
better?
does sound a little different. Yeah, that's
That
better.
sounds a little better. Yeah.
That's way
Okay.
better. Awesome.
Way
All right.
Yeah, so for what I don't know what is up. It's having my camera be my default microphone. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
That's weird.
yeah, I'm gonna have to change that because when I updated to Windows 11, I noticed that also on what's it called on the OBS. I was like, why do I sound like I'm far away? And then I realized I was using my camera. But what is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Random Encounter Podcast. I'm your host, James, and as always, I'm joined by Phaneckswhy,
What up?
NPSensei,
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Big Mike,
Yo.
and Ash Destroy
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ash has finally joined our crew officially because now he has glasses. So take a look at that.
Oh, these are just blue. These are just blue light filtering glasses. I wear them every now and then to
faker.
ease a blue.
He's a faker. Look at that.
Definitely a faker.
You look good, though. You look good.
Thank you, Sensei.
Yes, you do. You look like us. You know, one and the same.
I just realized that. My bad.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Actually, when I was going over the notes, it was funny. I didn't think there was gonna be much to talk about. I was like, man, I don't know how we're gonna do like an hour plus of the podcast. And then as I'm doing the notes, I was like, wow, there was actually quite a few things that were coming out this week, and a couple of things that we can talk about because we're in the heavy season of announcements. Well, hopefully heavy seasons because we all know how Jeff Keighley does his shows. But yeah, a bunch of stuff to talk about today. As always, if you haven't followed us on YouTube already, go ahead and subscribe over there. We're trying to hit that 500 goal this month. So we can do something special, something that all of us can probably do together. Who knows what it'll be? We'll have to talk about it and figure it out. But we are trying to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube as well. If you're not following us on Twitch, go ahead and hit that follow button on Twitch as well. We do stream 3 days out of the week, and Sunday's always a podcast where we all come together. Check out Fan's channel at Phaneckswhy. Check out NPSensei's channel at NPSensei. They also do their streaming. Sensei's on pretty much every day, 24/7. No breaks, no nothing. But yeah, let's get into some of the smaller news that we have for today. Starting off with Nintendo. Nintendo announced quite a few things. Nothing big, but for me, they're a little bit interesting. They started off with new Joy-Cons that were announced. They announced some pastel colors. They have a yellow, a purple, a green, and a pink Joy-Cons that are coming out June 30th. They look pretty nice. Like I for whatever reason, more recently I started liking pastel colors a little bit more. But I think it's because everything is always just black, and I just got sick and tired of everything being black. So I started going for like different colors whenever I get that chance.
You see, I love the Joy-Cons, but my biggest fear is my Joy-Cons drifting or anything going wrong with my Joy-Cons. So whenever I buy a new pair, they go up in a shelf. They don't get touched. I like the colors, don't get me wrong.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I can't touch them.
Yeah, like for me, the only ones I've actually used are the Zelda ones, the ones that came with Skyward Sword. I lie. They didn't come with Skyward Sword. They came out at the same time as Skyward Sword, and surprisingly, still haven't gotten drift. And I did read or watch a video somewhere where they opened it up, and it looked like with the Skyward Joy-Cons particularly, they fixed the drift. Like they added something in there that's supposed to make drift like not happen or at least resist it a little bit longer. So I guess we'll wait and see in a couple years from now if it starts drifting. But yeah, they also announced Everyone 1-2 Switch. So I have a question here. Does anybody here own that game? Like the original 1-2 Switch?
No, not me. No.
I didn't think so.
Didn't even know about it until I read the notes.
So yeah, because 1-2 Switch was like almost like a tech demo game, right? That was one of the first games where it kind of utilized the HD rumble and the motion features and all that other stuff on the Joy-Cons. and I didn't get it because I was like, it's not my type of game. I'll pass. And nobody I know that has a Switch bought this game, but for whatever reason, Nintendo decided to come out with Everyone 1-2 Switch, which is basically, I guess you can call it a sequel of 1-2 Switch with just extra like or new like mini games and things like that. I mean, I guess that's cool. The Dolphin situation is getting a little bit more complicated. Everybody thought it was Nintendo that actually did the takedown notice, but apparently there was an email that leaked, and Valve was the one that actually contacted Nintendo first to ask them about this. And then I guess Nintendo was like, "Well, no, like we're not gonna let them have it on there," and they removed it. I mean, in my opinion, it's smart on Valve's part, because they're like they don't want to be held liable for anything Nintendo. They know how Nintendo is. They're like, well, I'm not gonna let Nintendo go after us. We'll rather put this guys under the bus, right? Before they get in trouble.
Smart business move to make.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to business, not saying that it should have happened, right? Like, I do believe emulation should be a thing, especially for video game preservation, because they're not keeping their games on every platform. But
they're like, man, why can't we just gatekeep it and then sell it again in 3 years?
Yep.
Remastered, $60, baby.
I thought there was an article somewhere where I guess they found notes and that's actually what Nintendo does. Or maybe it was just somebody's opinion. It could be.
I wouldn't doubt it. If I was like no emotion, not a gamer at heart, strictly business, that's what I would do. But like, because before gaming was like a business, you know what I'm saying? It used to just be like a passion for most, even the creators. And now it's just like, it doesn't feel the same anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's just cookie cutter everything.
Everything, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's all the suits being in the gaming world that are messing things up. Unfortunately, the last gamer we had as a CEO was Iwata, and he's no longer with Nintendo.
Phil Spencer.
There's Phil Spencer, but
I'm so happy
as of right now,
head of Final Fantasy, man. I respect him so much.
Right now, I don't know about Phil Spencer. I mean, he hasn't gained my not my trust, but I don't have faith in him as of right now because
he did Game Pass. You know what I mean? That was a pretty monumental thing because everyone like hopped on that train.
That's true. Yeah, I'll give him Game Pass, but like I bought the Series X, believing his promise that they're gonna go all out. He bought all these studios and amazing games are gonna come out, and this is what
3 years later we don't have an exclusive yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like year 3 is like where the game's at. You can't
Sounds
be
like
saying
an
like
Overwatch 2 situation to me.
It's literally halfway through a console span's life, pretty much, and like we still ain't got an exclusive.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
It's like, come on. Like last year, there were no exclusives, right? If I remember correctly.
Now that I think about it, if you guys really assess the situation, it's like they're politicians. It's like, guys, vote for me. Give me your money right now. I promise we're gonna have this, that. They finally get up there. Time comes, ain't
Well, wait till Sunday, because next Sunday is the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to wait and see.
I used to be an Xbox fanboy. Like, let me tell you something. I was die hard defending Xbox up until the PlayStation 5. Yeah. And ever since then, I was like, yeah, Xbox is just not it anymore. Y'all need to rework your system or something.
Yeah, I mean, so I was never a big Xbox fan, but I always owned one, and I always felt that like it was necessary to own one because they actually had good exclusives. Going back to the original Xbox with KOTOR, what was that other game? Jade Empire and a bunch of other stuff like Halo and all that. I felt like it was necessary. 360 came along. I bought the 360 first because they had all the JRPGs like Lost Odyssey, Star Ocean, and stuff like that. And they just had a lot more exclusives than PlayStation 3 had. So I bought that first and then bought PS3 after. But it's like midway through that generation, it like almost swapped. Like PlayStation just started throwing out games after games after games. We got Last of Us, you got Uncharted 3.
Borderlands an exclusive for Xbox?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
But
okay.
And that was another thing. Like a lot of games came out first on Xbox. So like BioShock, Mass Effect, all these games came out first on Xbox, and they were exclusive for a while before PlayStation got them, which was crazy. And then like the Xbox One was the exact opposite of that generation, and just PlayStation dominated it. And here we are in this next console generation, and I'm not gonna give PlayStation all the credit because I feel like PlayStation is also doing pretty bad, but like they're definitely at a higher. They have the high ground versus Xbox for sure. But I think we're all here in that form. Is like we look at our PS5s, we're like, why do we even have this now? Because their games are coming over. Ratchet and Clank, which I forgot to put on the notes on here, is they just announced Ratchet and Clank is coming to PC in July.
But they drop like a few years later though, so it just depends on how long you want to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Ratchet and Clank came out almost like 3 years ago now. So
yeah, it was like a console, day one console, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't day one console.
It wasn't day one. It came out a little bit afterwards. Though.
Yeah, I think it came out the following. Well, it came out within the first year, and it was that July because PS5 came out in November, so the July that happened after is when Ratchet and Clank came. I believe it was that July. But yeah, but to me, it's still kind of like, why do I have it? Another big brain theory I got. Why Ghost of Tsushima is not on PS or on PC yet is because of the controls. How it utilizes the trackpad to like whistle for the horse and use the wind mechanics. I feel like they have.
That's not hard to button map to something.
Well, if you have you can use your PlayStation controller with your PC.
Yeah.
So,
but
just
usually,
be like, this requires the the PlayStation controller, and that's it.
Hey man, that's the more accessories they're selling.
That's
what I'm saying. I was like, just make more sales. Be like, listen, unless you have this controller, you cannot play this game. Unfortunate, but
Yeah. I just read Naruto's comment about you. He says no breaks, just L's.
Listen, Street Fighter has been a trip.
Hey, don't worry. I was on that. I don't know what happened. We'll get into that later when we get to the Street Fighter topics. Moving on, System Shock gets a 9 out of 10 out of IGN, but has a 77 on Metacritic. And it's interesting because I completely forgot that game was coming out until like Mike did his May video. I was like, oh wow, I forgot this game was a thing. I didn't see any marketing or anything about it, and then it just like released out of nowhere. And then not out of nowhere, but it just released and nobody's talking about it. Are you guys thinking of getting System Shock at all or anything?
I was probably gonna wait for a sale just because I'm stacked right now with games.
Yeah.
But like I played the original, so I'll probably end up picking this up like down the road.
Okay. No, but anybody else here?
I'll eventually pick it up. Don't know when, but this is going to happen. Maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Who knows? So.
Gotcha.
Summer sale, dude.
Yeah, summer sale. Yeah, that's usually what in July for Steam.
It might go on sale.
Yeah, and then sorry, what was the next thing on my notes? I just got lost.
Attack on Titan.
Yes, Attack on Titan VR concept trailer came out. Well, the graphics look bad. I'll tell you that. Like, I was not a fan of the graphics at all. It is pretty interesting, like the feel of it. I feel like because I get motion sickness easily, I feel like I would get sick playing the game. But what do you guys think about that? Did you guys see the trailer at all?
I did see it. Wasn't too amused by it, to be honest with you. So,
not a fan of VR games.
Yeah,
just not my thing.
I haven't seen it, but the concept itself, if you guys know Attack on Titan, just being on the ODM gear, it could work. It's just the dynamics, especially being in VR, having to turn around that fast because they do a lot of spinning motions and everything else. So like, I'm not too sure how optimized it be.
About that, apparently they were saying that like the whole thing was actually simulated and stuff. So you just turn your head around and like point at things, I guess. So you don't control the whole ODM gear. That's what you see. That's what you're going for.
Point,
yeah. So I mean, so there's that.
You don't do the Levi spinning attack.
Let me tell you something. If you wanted my money, that's what they'd make happen. You start how hard it was. I'd be like, guys, I gotta record this.
You jump on your bed behind you to make like a realistic effect, to make it feel like you're in the air. Yes. Just start going crazy. I mean, I agree. Like that would be pretty awesome. But like I said, I get motion sickness with VR, so unfortunately, I can't do that. Maybe AR. Maybe we do like Attack on Titan AR, but not VR, unfortunately. Ash, can you lower your mic a little bit? Because I don't know about you guys, but he's louder than all you guys. Yeah, you're a lot louder.
How about this? Is this good?
No, lower it some.
Like your volume, probably.
Like your volume. Yeah.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me check the gain on this thing. Is it high?
Yeah, because you're a lot louder than everybody else.
That's what I thought. How about now?
It sounded the same. Let me see. Go again.
How about now?
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's a
there
lot
we go.
better. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it sounded like you were yelling at me. I was like, man, why are you yelling at me, Ash? Like,
Duly noted. Thanks. Duly noted. No.
Yeah. But that's interesting. And then like the MetaQuest in general, like I know Fan, you wanted to talk about the MetaQuest. What is some games there you highlight from that? Because like again, I'm not a big VR fan, so I can care less. But what games were you looking forward to?
I mean, it had the Attack on Titan VR thing, which was interesting, and then there was the Asgard's Wrath, which kind of looks just like a Norse version of BioShock.
Interesting. I didn't see that. Yeah.
It was like the very first one at the beginning that they showed on the game showcase for it. And I thought that was kind of interesting because you got the abilities that you would typically get in like BioShock, but it was like all Norse mythology.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Anything else that stands out?
That was really the only two that like looked interesting. I probably won't get it because I do not want to give my money to MetaQuest or Mark Zuckerberg because
That's
you got to
where
link.
I'm at right now.
Yeah, you got to link that to a Facebook account, and I ain't not about that.
I think they changed it
in like 5 years.
Yeah, I believe they changed it, and now you don't need to do that, but you have to make a Meta account anyway.
I'm just upset I didn't pick one up when it was like what $200. Now it's like 3 or 4.
So they actually dropped MetaQuest 2 back down to $299.
Wow. So what about the people who bought it at $399? Oh, that's crazy.
It's called "Sucks to Be You."
I know.
To
like it was $299. They're like, oh, you know what? These selling like hotcakes. I'm gonna increase $100, make more money. And they're like, oh, new one's coming out. I'm gonna drop the original one back down to $299. Like,
are we picking up the new one?
It's $499. Just to let you know.
Yeah, the new one's $499. At that, I mean, at that price point, you already have a PS5. You might as well just buy the PSVR 2.
No, because the PSVR 2 is also limiting you through Sony. And with that, the only thing I like about MetaQuest is that he's trying to expand what you can do with VR just on your day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
that's just strictly gaming.
You could hook it up to a computer.
What VR can do.
You could hook up the Oculus to the computer and use it as a VR hooked up to the system if you wanted to, like not be limited by the processing power on the Oculus.
What if Sony...
Yeah, but it's Zuckerberg and he is a scumbag, so he will not be getting my money.
Well, what if Sony does an update to PSVR 2 and allows you to use it on PC?
That would be different.
So you can play it on some
also lose money because that's Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean that'll be. I think they'll gain money because like you'll have like the Steam games and stuff like that.
Yeah, Steam VR.
Because Microsoft is not really doing anything with VR, and they said they don't see it as a what's the right word? Like profitable.
Focused?
Yeah, like a focus. Like it's not.
When it comes down to it, when it does get profitable, they're just gonna buy whatever companies doing it the best or second best. They'll just buy them and be like, "Yep, this is Microsoft product now."
That's true. That is true.
That's why I feel like they're waiting on. They don't want to use their own resources for it until it's applicable.
That is the Microsoft way. So let's go in with our first big topic of the day, and that is Street Fighter 6. Oh man, like I'm loving it. I played it Friday. I know you played it Friday, Sensei. Ash, did you play it on launch day?
Yes, a little bit of it. Yeah,
a little bit. Okay. I know Mike, who's a huge fan of fighting games, he wasn't able to play it, unfortunately. But yeah, and then I know Fan doesn't have it neither. But yeah, like I'm loving it. Like I think it's an amazing game. Let's start with you, Ash. Like what are your takes on Street Fighter 6?
So to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't like played too much of it compared to you guys and stuff. The first impressions though, love it. I love everything about it. Practically, right now, what I'm focusing on is to master a Shoto character, which will be Ryu, and going through all its combo trials and stuff, so I can like get the feel for how to like string combos and all that kind of stuff. Because like before I even go online, I gotta like make sure I get some stuff down pat. I even look at some videos and stuff. And there was this one. I forgot his name. He's like one of the top people in Street Fighter. His name is Justin Wang. Justin Wang is one of those. He was doing like a beginner's guide on it, and like the main thing he was pointing out is to use your drive impacts, drive rushes, and stuff like that, because that's pretty much the new meta within the game itself, especially the drive rushes. He was pointing out that he was pointing out that the drive rushes literally give you give you more frames to do more combos and stuff, which is like, wow, okay, that's pretty nifty. And then like instead of like blocking like projectiles and stuff, try to use your drive parries and stuff, because they'll like literally train you better to do better parries when you're going up close and everything. So,
which I did not know was a thing until I was getting my butt beat.
Yes,
and I was like, so kept using the drive parry on like canceling out of my like Hadokens and stuff, and I was like, I did not know you could do that.
yeah, exactly. So right now I'm just trying to like be intermediate with Ryu first, so I can turn him to my pocket main. And then after that, then I'm gonna go for Kimberly, which would be my main. And once that's all said,
it's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, Cammy is disgusting too, but I just love Kimberly as a character in the design, so I just want to main her anyway. I don't really care what tier list or like how high or low she is. I just want to play her. So
I mean, Kimberly's just Guy, so it's like if you know how to play as Guy, you know how to play as Kimberly.
I never played Guy in the past, so there's that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for my side. Still haven't done the story stuff yet. Heck, I still haven't even done the Avatar stuff yet, which I know that'll be for a while. I wish I would have done that already through the demos and stuff, but I hadn't done that. But yeah, so far it's shaking up to be a really good investment for me.
So I made my character look like Sasuke. They got Sasuke's hairstyle on there. They got an eye that looks like a Rinnegan, and they have another eye that looks like a Sharingan. I was like, all right,
I got
there
the
we go.
Sharingan one.
Yeah, I got one on each side, and it's purple and then red. Okay. Like I was like, because I was gonna make I was gonna make the character look like me, but I was like, oh wait a minute, we got Sasuke here. I was like, let me just make Sasuke.
I did see that. I did see that on your stream. That was funny.
Yeah. But yeah, Sensei, what are your thoughts on it?
I enjoyed the game. This is my first Street Fighter game ever. Like I've never played one before. I was a Mortal Kombat only type of dude in some Soul Calibur. But this one it's decent. Like I can't complain. Everything's smooth. For a fighting game, if you think about it, like whenever you went to like a previous fighting game, like there was the online match mode, there was the sometimes they had a story, and then you're just sitting in there in the either arcade or you're training. This one, having that open world changes the game entirely, even though I feel like it could be more fleshed out. Like they kind of did it a little bit bare bones in my opinion, especially with it not being voice acted on certain parts and only having like a limited amount of cutscenes. I haven't made it as far to really tell whether, I don't know if it actually has a story or not. Because so far you're just going through and you're just training with each master. You're just meeting everybody in Street Fighter. So I'm waiting to see if anything pops off. I need Akuma in the game. I thought you got him if you pre-ordered or whatever. But I bought every edition just for GP. Because whenever Akuma comes, that's when I'll really start playing. So far I've been playing Ryu. And that's about it. Oh, and my training arc is just I'm going online. I'm losing until I learn. And it's been
that's
decent.
the way to do it. Yeah. So Akuma is not coming out till the end of next year, so you're gonna be waiting for a long time.
End of next year.
End of next year. He's
the hiatus. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's the final character to come out. So I think
like season 1, right?
Yeah, the end of 2024.
That's so like legit, like a year and a half.
Yep.
That's insane, dude.
Yep, he's the final character to come out.
So you want to wait till then and NPSensei? I don't know. Yeah, at this point, I might as well. You might as well try to like train up either on Ryu or Ken, so that way, like at least
I'm on Ryu
right some of Akuma's moveset, because I feel like Akuma is like a Shadow, but like a special kind of Shadow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I love Ryu's anti-airs. A lot of people like to jump in this game, and they're going to learn not to. That's for sure.
Well, that's the one thing I don't do is jump a lot. So thank God for
it's because jumping is the fastest way to move. Like that's the thing. But depending on the character,
Shoryuken will hit you right now.
Yeah. Naruto sending some of your W's on there. He's got some clips over there in the chat.
Oh my God.
oh Lord Jesus, I can't.
But for me, I mean, like I'm loving it. So the first thing I did is I went into Battle Hub, and then I was forced to create a character. I was like, oh man. So I created my character, and then I just started going into it. I started off as Ken, and I was doing good. I was like, I got cocky. I was like, yeah, I'm beating these guys, and then next thing you know, I just started getting like whooped. There's this one match in particular. I don't know what happened. I destroyed this dude like back to back. I was like, oh man, this guy is easy. Like, you know, I started talking junk. and it's like he passed the controller like to his older brother or something, and I just got destroyed after that. I was like, what is this? Like, this dude just went Ultra Instinct out of nowhere. He perfected me the first round. The second round, like, I only got him to like half before he destroyed me. I was like,
James,
what is going on? Yeah,
James, it's the lean forward. He's like, oh, really?
God.
He leaned forward. He's like, all right, bet. All right, let's get it.
He pulled at me. Whenever I get serious, I snap up my neck pillow like this. Like, all right, all right, you think I'm playing?
Jesus Christ, like, yeah.
But I went through three different controllers. Started off with the 8-bit do. And the 8-bit do Ultimate controller, the controller's a little bit too mushy for me. Went to the PS5 controller, and pressing R1 and R2 felt like the travel like on R2 was too much. So when I would try to do your what is it called? The drive whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what the name is. But when you press R1 and R2, it does a move, and I kept missing it because the right trigger travel was too much. So then I switched to my Xbox One controller or Xbox Series X controller, but that was it. Like, that was the one that
the paddle shifters, man. Start mapping buttons back here, and it's over.
So I am begging my wife, and she gave me the okay to go ahead and get a Elite 2 controller.
Yeah,
because I know that's what Mike uses. That's what you use. And I was like, man. So I was talking to Fan about this the other day. I was like, yeah, I made it green. I styled it out. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna buy an Elite controller, I'm gonna stylize it. I don't care if I have to pay a $30 premium, and I'd rather just get it the way I want it. So I will be getting that eventually in probably like a month or two. But yeah, like D-pad on this is actually really good for fighting. So a lot of people like back then. Say it again.
On the Elite controllers, you can swap out D-pads too.
Yeah, but so the circle, the circle helps out a lot. Like having the little I'm not sure if you can see it on here. Like how this is like part there.
Connected.
Yeah, all that helps out a lot when you're doing your moves because you can just easily slide.
I don't like it. I had to switch it out.
You do? You don't? Oh, really?
Because this is the pad for the Elite.
Yeah.
This is the pad for the Elite.
Yeah, that's what I was about to show you. Look, that's how it looks like on the controller.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
I was pressing I had the wrong inputs pressed because it's so easy to slide on this that I didn't like it. So I had to go the manual route and do like the four corner D-pad because I was pressing the wrong inputs way too much, way too often.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder because the way these are, because the way this is, it's like how it's raised on the up, down, left, and right. It makes it really easy to feel. And I don't know, it just felt good. Like the 8-bit do, don't get me wrong, the 8-bit do Ultimate Controller D-pad, I love it. Like it's just classic Nintendo, right? It's literally the SNES D-pad. And it's great. It's amazing. But the issue was the trigger and then the buttons are a little bit too mushy for me. Like I don't know. I need something that's a little bit more, I don't know.
You're recognizing what you're pressing.
Yeah, like this just feels like less what's the right word I'm looking for? Less
feedback?
Force? Yeah, like less force needed to actually push on this.
Oh, actuation force? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So I was able to, like, the minute I switched to my Xbox controller, I was winning. Like it was like a night and day difference. But I mean, I didn't win all my stuff. What's up, David? Welcome to the podcast.
And that controller is awesome. I like the purple on it.
Oh, yeah, I actually just got this. I don't know if you can hear it, but
yeah, I heard the
like,
clicks. Sounds satisfying.
Mechanical buttons.
Yeah,
what controller is that?
I actually found this on Amazon. It's called the MOBA pad.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got like on the back, it's got switches to where you can actually change the
triggers.
The triggers, yeah. It'd be like short actuation or long actuation. Yeah. And it works on PC, Switch, iOS, Android. So I've been using to play tiers, and it's been working really well.
Oh yeah, to show you. So this is what I was talking about.
Little box.
Oh,
that's kind of cool.
Wow. That looks sick. I collect that.
That's pretty dope. Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I got from the goalie kit controller. This is what they sent me, the mechanical buttons, because of it sticking. And yeah, but I don't have the controller no more. I returned it because I got sick and tired of waiting. Yeah. But
as soon as you return it, they send you. That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, come on. But yeah, so I had fun with Street Fighter 6, loving it. I started off as Ken, and then I switched to Cammy, And yeah, Cammy is like amazing in this game. Like she can combo like crazy. Ken can too. Like Ken and Cammy, I believe they're in the same tier in terms of like attackers, which is kind of like my style. Like they're really the type of character that's just like go straight on and don't stop. And that's the type of characters they are. Cammy is a little bit more my style because it's easier to close in. The downside is Cammy's like reach is not as well. Her kicks are pretty far, but her like punches are not. They're very close range. So that's where I was struggling with her. But her grabs do more damage than like Ken does. So they each have their pros and cons. As of right now, I'm liking Cammy a little bit more, but like Ken is like he's also a lot like stronger too than Cammy. So like it's kind of like they should. I don't know. It's kind of hard, but I think those two are gonna be the mains that I'm gonna switch back and forth. Like I switched to
What
Ken.
about the Brawlet girl with
Who?
that wrestles that lion? The Brawlet girl,
Oh,
like
she's a grappler.
she
Yeah.
is strong.
So I hate
I mean,
grapplers.
2 hits and it's
I know what you're
hit-
talking about.
2 hits and it's half my life.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like. I was playing against multiple characters, and someone used her, and I don't know if they're enhancing or whatever, but it was literally my health bars, and I was like, she hit me twice, maybe 3 times.
How? Oh, so it wasn't that long of a combo string. Okay.
No, it was literally. It looked like somebody was about to she was opening me up, and within opening me up, half my life bar was just gone.
Yeah, like
Interesting.
So
Okay.
she's a grappler, and a lot of her moves are grapples, and kind of like Zangief, the grapples just destroy. Like I hate. So there's this one clip.
That might be the meta.
Yeah,
Because throwing in this game is another 15% of your health bar.
yeah. Well, depending on the character, right? Because like Cammy's throws does a lot more damage than like Ken's throws. Like Ken's throws suck, but like so I was rewatching one of my fights against a Zangief, and I was so upset because I was almost beating this dude, and at the last minute I decided not to throw, and he just grabbed me, and I was at half health. That one grab, he picked me up, slammed me on the floor. That's it. I was dead. I was like, come on, like, and I just rewatched it. I was so upset because I destroyed him the first round. The second round came in, and he beat me barely, and then the third round I was like, all right, I was destroying him the first half. He got me to half health, and I kept destroying him. He had just this little bit left, and he just had to grab me, and that's it. Like my health went from half to 0. And I was like, come on.
You can grab them from in air too. If they jump at you, and as soon as they land, you just grab.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in any fighting game ever.
So yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah, that was actually I want to say that was introduced in Street Fighter 3. I think the being able to grab in mid-air. But a couple things I found out about Cammy is her combo strings. They're really good, and like the tutorials on these games are amazing. Like how to teach you how to play the character, and I feel like they changed the controls a little bit to make it easier. So like you have the modern controls. It's basically it makes the gameplay like Super Smash Brothers, where you have one button for your special, and depending on the direction you're pointing to, it'll do a different special. But in the classic control, I feel like every character special is the same. Like the way to pull it off, it's all the same, but it allows you for more freedom on how to do your combos, which I like.
It is because I was playing the single player story, and then when you're getting the moves, like it won't let you use moves with the same combo inputs. Okay. So a lot of them have the same combo inputs for their moves.
Yeah, because like everything's like down, diagonal, right to right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a Hadouken for everything. Like Cammy's what is it? What's her move? Spiral Arrow is just Hadouken but with a kick. That's all it is. And then like
interesting.
And then her move, I forget what it's called, but her move where she jumps and spins in circle, and then depending on the button input you do next, she'll do a different move. That's just Hadouken. That's literally just Hadouken. That's all it is. The Shoryuken is just Cammy's, like she does like a backhand basically. Like she jumps far and does a backhand. Like so they're very similar to do, and then how to do the specials is exactly the same. You just do the Hadouken pretty much twice, and then it'll do a special. So they made it a lot easier to learn every character, so you're not having to figure out everybody's moves and everybody's diagonal moves. Because some of the characters, especially in the older Street Fighter games, it was pretty difficult to do some of the moves. But I'm glad that it's kind of like standardized a little bit there, which makes it a lot more fun.
Chun-Li got a buff because what matters in this game is also reach. Yeah. And her using her legs, the reach on just kicking alone is phenomenal.
So that's funny. I didn't fight a Chun-Li at all.
It's phenomenal. I love the way it moves. I just don't like using the kick inputs.
Yeah. I love kicking. That's the thing. I love kicking a lot. Like Ken, he's a kicker, right? So his kicks are stronger, where Ryu's punches are stronger. But like Ken has a nice combo where he'll jump to you and do like multiple kicks, kick you in the air, and then you can follow up with like a Shoryuken on there and all this stuff. So like there's some good combos each. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, I think it's the best Street Fighter game ever made. I'll say that. Like, everything about it is great. The last Street Fighter game I really got into was Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 I skipped because I felt like it was just too slow for me. And this is having that speed of, I think it's faster than Street Fighter 4. And just everything around it just feels good. Like the response rate, the net code. Like I felt like I was not lagging at all, regardless of what system. I played it on Steam Deck, I played it on my PC, and I had no issues with inputs. I was playing it at the store. I was playing it on the Wi-Fi over there during lunch. No latency whatsoever. Like my ping was like 103, but because of the rollback netcode, it put us at
that
even
rollback
state.
is crazy. I've had a game that they were skipping, but it was still playable.
Yeah,
and I had a lot of fun. Quick question: did the previous Street Fighters have a storyline to it? Because that's what I was looking forward to.
They do.
4 did, and I'm pretty sure 5 did as well.
Yeah, 5 did
but this
too.
one, it's weird. I'm like, I was looking. I want to see Ryu's and everybody's storyline.
It's an arcade. So if you go to the one on the right where you can do like rank matches and stuff like that, you go there and do arcade, and then you have to play as each character to know their story. There's also a comic. I highly recommend reading it. There's a comic that tells you the story of why, because Ken is the main character of this Street Fighter, so it tells you the whole story around Ken. It's a real good story of why he looks like he's what's it called, like homeless, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it through a synopsis.
Yeah, because a lot of people thought that because he's like not with his wife and stuff like that, and people are thinking like,
that was a rumor, and I was like getting worried for that. I'm not a big Ken fan myself, but I know for a fact Ken didn't deserve that whatsoever.
Yeah, so and it's not it's not the NFT rumor that he got into NFT or cryptos and went bankrupt or whatever the case it was. Like, it's not that. It's I mean, I guess who cares about spoilers in a fighting game? It's basically they're trying to assassinate him. So in order to kind of like protect his family, he kind of goes away from them. So he's living in the shadows. But yeah, that's why he's like that. Like they're all trying to. There's the people who work for Bison. They're all trying to assassinate him. So pretty interesting story. And the people that actually help him is like Chun-Li and Cammy are the ones that are trying to protect Ken. So they're like the only two. And then Ryu's just doing his own thing, like he always does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just wandering around the world, fighting everybody. But yeah, Ken is where the story's at. You gotta play Ken's story. But yeah, that is our Street Fighter 6 talk. I highly recommend it. Definitely buy it if you are interested in getting Street Fighter 6. We do have the links in this description over on YouTube, and I believe it should be somewhere on Twitch on there. If you buy it through those affiliate links, they do help us out and support the channel and all that good stuff. Now, next onto Diablo, where I'll shut up and have Mike and Fan do all the talking because I didn't play any Diablo, and I don't have it. So, Mike, Fan, give us everything.
So just full disclaimer is I'm only like level 11. So
you didn't know life it?
Not yet. Tomorrow, Mondays are my only day off, like during the week. So tomorrow is probably gonna happen. But my whole clan already like beat it and just waiting on me for endgame stuff. Whoa. So
lacking.
So yeah, so I get like probably like 5-10 texts a day being like, "Yo, did you beat it yet?" So like, but yeah, so far it's good. Like, it's Diablo. They didn't reinvent the wheel. If you didn't like 3's gameplay, you're probably not gonna like this one. Awesome. They added like a few new features, like you can take essence out of weapons and put it on something else, but it's just like it's a grindy feature. But other than that, like it's really good. They have your classic barbarian, necromancer, rogue, druid, and sorcerer, and I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be adding classes like down the road in DLCs and stuff like that.
Will you be grabbing the battle pass?
I bought the $100 version, so I already got it. I think I'm pretty sure. Like, so,
They're gonna be like, nope.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell Mike, nope, you don't got it. Like, you still need
Yeah,
your
man.
money. We need more of your money.
Yeah,
They're like, yeah, that was just for cosmetics. This
Yeah.
actual battle pass one is.
so you know, I'll be hopping on
He bought the
that.
pre-battle pass.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pre-battle
Yeah,
pass.
right.
That's what it was. Battle pass 2 with the battle pass.
The hype package, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, it's good. Like the multiplayer is good. Like the dungeons are good. Like all the I feel like all the characters are pretty like balanced out. Like not one of them doesn't suck so hard that nobody wants to play it. Like I feel like they did a real good job at balancing everything.
So they fixed Druid.
I'm playing Druid, and
Okay.
I'm playing on tier 2, which is like when you start out, it's like the hardest one you can pick, and it's rough right now. Like
I think I know why you're level 10.
yeah, it's
didn't
rough,
choose mage,
especially when
Nado.
especially when you get like a big mob, dude. It's rough, but you know, it's getting easier. Like the more I get, like I just got like a ground pound move where it like kills the enemies in the area, so now it's like getting like easier and everything. But yeah, it's good. Like I said, like they didn't reinvent anything. It's just a solid ARPG. So if you're into that, like this will probably be a good one. You know what I mean? Like to play. I'm having fun with it. I got it running on my Steam Deck, so now I'll probably be playing it more. The only thing I don't like is they kind of made it like an MMO to where you have to be online to play the game. So that's like that's like the only downside. So if you want to play just to grind, you can't, because like now, like when you're roaming like the world, you see like random characters like in there with you, but they're actually like people.
Well, how are you supposed to track your battle pass rewards if you're not online?
Yeah, right.
I didn't know you had to be online to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither.
Yeah, because I played the beta for a couple days.
I haven't tried it offline, but that's what I read online when I was looking up like installing it on Steam Deck to see if it was anything crazy. All the guides said that you have to be online to play it. So
okay. Yeah, I'm a level 16, 17 rogue is what I'm set at. So but yeah, the skill tree stuff was interesting.
It's super big.
Yeah, imagine Final Fantasy X skill tree, but like even bigger.
Grid? Oh
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot. Like there's like a lot to do in the game. It's not like the sloppy release that Diablo 3 was. Diablo 3 was terrible, dude. They tried to monetize the hell out of it, which they are in this, which kind of pisses me off because once again, it's another game where all the cool cosmetics are locked behind the paywall, you know. So, which the cosmetics you get in game look okay, but then you go to the shop and you're like, wow, that looks like way better than what I have on. So.
Yeah, you got your Nike from Endgame, and then you got your Louis Vuitton.
Right? Yeah. Right.
That's still not you still got to pay for that one.
Pretty much.
But other than that, like it's solid. You know, it's Activision Blizzard. The only reason I wouldn't have bought one of their games, but I've been playing Diablo since I was a kid, so like I had to pick it up.
One of the best experiences I've ever had was staying up, I think 3 nights. Like just purely staying up for 36 hours and playing through Diablo 3 with my boys.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Diablo 3, after they fixed everything that was wrong with it, became solid. You know,
yeah, because I played it way late.
Yeah, the only problem is it's like everyone already jumped ship by then, so like it wasn't.
It was dead game. Dead game.
Interesting. Yeah, the only Diablo game I played was Diablo 2. That was back in the days. I played it on PC, and I liked it. It was like my first like intro into like into a Diablo game or like a isometric like RPG. I enjoyed it. Actually, I wouldn't be my first. I mean, technically, RuneScape would have been my first because it was at the time played similar. I know RuneScape's totally different nowadays, but like back then, it was isometric and kind of like a similar style. But I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I would play because I think my memory might be bad. I almost thought I was a necromancer because necromancer was in that game, right? In Diablo 2.
Yeah, it's been around, I think, since the first one.
Yeah, so I think I was playing that. I remember at first I did not know how to play it, and then my friend had to teach me how to play, and then I played it from there.
Well, it's fine if you're a necromancer. You just summon your skeletons and they do the work for you.
Exactly. And that's
which
how
isn't like that in Diablo 4.
Really?
Necromancer, I think they nerfed it because everyone complained about it in previous games, but for endgame stuff, Necromancer is like the weakest one from everything I've seen.
Dang, man. I was planning on autoing this game.
Is there an auto mode in this? I was gonna say that, yeah.
No, that was the auto mode.
So Necromancer is a good early game, but like becomes trash end game.
That's crazy.
So, and real quick, I want to give a shout out to David. He was there for all my losses yesterday, and when I was winning, he was nowhere to be found. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah.
So technically, I was there for both wins and losses. The difference
nice.
I was kind of lurking.
Okay, gotcha.
I was putting you on my phone at the corner. Meanwhile, I was trying to work on something else. So that's how I did.
Oh man, I started in some matches. I got upset. I started like looking like a kid. I was like, oh, like going crazy.
I'll end stream if I keep losing. It was just click.
or be like low tier god. I don't know you guys watch him, but if he loses, he will not let you get the victory screen. So before you even see that, he will just exit the game immediately. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Never did that. Yeah, I was playing with my brother like towards the end, and he like I don't know, he's one of those like he was like Goku. Like I was whooping him in the beginning, and then it's like as we were fighting, he just got better. And then next, it reversed, and he was better than me towards the end. I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like,
that's how I ended my stream yesterday.
Yeah,
so I was playing Street Fighter. I was on this online match, and this dude, I think he was using Cammy or something. Whoever jumps up and can also do a low after that, I can't remember exactly what character it is. She has blonde hair. Cammy. Okay,
yeah, she's the only blonde in the game.
He 3-0'd me, like, out of the rounds, 3-0'd me. And then I won the first one. And I was like, that's how I found out that Ryu could do the Shoryuken. And whenever Cammy would jump, it was over. I anti-aired everything he ever did to the point where it went from 3-0 to 3-4. And I said, yep, I'm done. Click. I said, we won. We're good.
It should have been on Game Pass. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I think that would have been nice if it was on Game Pass, honestly, because then I don't know.
I think he's talking about Diablo.
Diablo or Street
Diablo
Fighter?
Wasn't game.
I thought Diablo was on Game Pass. I had to ask Mike, and he was like, "No, it's not." I was like, "Man,
that would have been amazing."
Yeah, probably depending on when this acquisition goes through, probably when the DLC comes out, they might do something for Game Pass for that.
Well, like for that to happen, so that way I can actually try out a Diablo game. So
yeah, that would be nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. He said both Street Fighter and put everything on Game Pass, right? Like
right. It's good. Like if you ever play like Black Desert, you know what I mean, or like something like that. Like it's a better version of that, in my opinion.
I tried to get into Black Desert. There was just something about it that
I played a bit.
I
played a bit back in high school. It was fun. The honeymoon phase was like maybe 5 hours at best, and after that, I just like
you just have to have an addictive personality to like those games, because the whole point of those games is literally to just get loot. You know what I mean? Like grind, to watch the numbers go up. You know, you just need to be an addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah, David said Black Desert was a no for him too. Yeah, I couldn't. Like, there's some grind that I can do, and there's some I can't. Like the gameplay loop of like Genshin Impact, I was able to do no problem. But like Black Desert, it was just like, nah, I can't. I tried both like the mobile version, thinking it was gonna be like easier, and I was like, no. Like I think for the mobile version is Sensei's favorite feature. It was the auto stuff. I just couldn't get behind, and then when I shut off the auto stuff, it just felt very like bland for me. But that's just me in my opinion.
I mean, it depends. It depends how you use the auto stuff. If I was going to auto something, I'll probably put it in the background, have it do the work for me while I do something else, like multitasking, right? So I think it was never meant for you to watch it, if that makes sense. Right?
I was never an auto guy. Like I want to say Final Fantasy XII was the first game that I can think of that allowed you to technically create an auto, right? You had the Gambit system, and you can get to the point where you could program every character to pretty much do their own things. All you had to do was move the character, but once the battle started, they'll kind of do their own thing. And I never did that. For whatever character I was controlling, I always shut off the Gambit system, and I made sure I did every single input that it needed to do.
If that's the case, you would definitely like Persona 2, because it acts literally the similar system to that, which I like.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You don't? Oh, you don't like it?
It's like Persona 3. I don't like that I can't control the other characters. Like, you only can control your main character, and then all the other characters are auto-controlled. I hate that.
Wait, which Persona 3 are you talking about?
Well, 3 and Fez have that.
Yeah, but 3 Fez...
Portable was the only one that allows you to do that.
Now, if anything, if you still want to play Fez over Portable, which I can understand, you can actually emulate it and add a mod to it and stuff. Which what I did, which made the experience a lot better for me.
I saw that, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that's Diablo 4. Mike fan, you recommend it?
So far, like I said.
Yeah. I mean, when I was playing the beta, I was hooked on for 2 days because I played up till it ended.
I think, especially if you got, I think it's actually a little bit more boring if you don't have people to play it with.
Yeah.
If you have like people to like play with, I definitely recommend it. Solo, like it's kind of like okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's more of a game meant to be played together than like, unless you're like just in the dungeon crawlers and you hate people, then it's definitely the game for you.
Yeah, I was playing by myself. I was
Diablo 3, first time I went through it, I was by myself.
Yeah, I don't mind playing single. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, funny thing
to me, it's like kind of like Destiny. Destiny's so boring if you're just like a solo player. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still like fun at first. It's the same thing for Diablo. Like Diablo's like fun solo, but you know, if you play with people, I feel like it adds to the fun.
For me, like with Destiny, it was like Destiny 1 in particular. I never played Destiny 2, but 1 was like you could get so far by yourself, and then it gets to a certain point where it's like you gotta have a group you play with, or else you're not completing anything. Which is almost like every MMO, right? Like you can only go so far with randoms, and after that, it's like if you don't have a crew, that's it. Like you're screwed.
Bro, the only reason Destiny holds a special place in my heart because I met some good friends that live in like Canada there, and they actually came down and like hung out with me and stuff like that. Like last year.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Never had that. I only meet enemies. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I always was being yelled at by kids on Xbox Live, and telling me how I sucked and all that. you know how that was. But yeah, that's Diablo 4. So yeah, if you guys are interested in those type of games, then recommend it. I watched Mike play, and it's it is interesting. I do like kind of like the atmosphere and everything that's going on.
The atmosphere is dope. Yeah. Like if you're into like gothic like stuff, it's definitely there.
Yeah. Moving on to a major topic I think we're all fans of here. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is slowly starting to get updates. So I guess, and I kind of figured this out, not figured this out, but I kind of predicted this, that the closer we get to Final Fantasy 16's release date and after, the more we'll probably hear about Rebirth if it's not delayed. Like originally I thought it was like the game's not going to come out, but there was, and actually I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. There was a... That's not what I wanted to show. Wrong. Oh shoot, where is it? There we go. Let me see. Is my screen showing up? Let's see. There was a.
Oh, we got 6 ads in a row. What the heck?
Oh, there we go. Different ads. No. So there was some stuff that the official Final Fantasy VII Twitter account was showing. They're called the developer comment. Okay, it is up. The developer comment number 1, and then the question was, how is development progressing on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? The answer was development. Oh, who did we lose? Oh, we lost Ash.
Yeah.
The answer was development is progressing smoothly and according to plan. We are currently working on nailing down a release date for the game. And that was from the producer Yoshinori Kitase. I don't know how you say his last name. Kitase, I think it is, or Kitase. But yeah, he wrote that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We got something. And I was like, all right, we probably won't hear again. Well, and that was June 2nd. On June 3rd, there was another comment. And then the question was, how will players journey through the world outside of Midgard in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? The answer was, players will be able to journey across the wide and multifaceted world with a high degree of freedom, experiencing I cannot pronounce that word, myriad, right, of different stories along the way. And that was from the director Naoki Hamaguchi. And then today's the 4th, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Today's the 4th.
Yeah. Okay, so today, it says right there, 11 hours ago, there was developer comment number 3, which is, what are some of the key things to look forward to in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth story? The answer was players will witness a chain of narrative developments that lie at the very heart of the Final Fantasy VII story while discovering each character's destiny. I don't know what that means, but that was from Story and Scenario. I guess head. It just says Story and Scenario, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name because I cannot pronounce the name. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that we're actually seeing things like that happen, and it's like
there's no chance it gets released soon.
You don't think so?
Like, bro, because Final Fantasy. When has Square Enix ever released like multiple like big Final Fantasy games in the same year? You know what I mean? Like,
so that was my thing, right? It's like, why would Square do that, especially in the same year? Like, those are two high profile games, and Square's very business decision like oriented, right? And I feel like that's a wrong move. But I mean, you hear it there. They're saying it's still coming out on time. Mm-hmm.
Unless like it drops early next year, so it's technically 2024. You know what I mean? Like, so
it's still considered winter. So yeah, because like winter, I believe in terms of winter 2023 extends till February 2024.
Yeah.
So
they go by fiscal years. So I think the fiscal year ends in March.
Pixel says early 2024 at least. Yeah, I mean, I would hope like that's where I'm looking at, or not looking at, but I'm hoping that would be.
I would say spring probably at the earliest, like of 2024.
Spring at the earliest.
Because, like I said, like companies work on different calendars than like the normal calendar, and I think the fiscal year for 2023 ends in March, or something like that.
No, I thought it was February, but okay.
Yeah.
So it could be March. Yeah, so they technically could release it and they wouldn't be lying. Naruto says, is Final Fantasy like a continuing story or it's a cycle that has different endings? So Final Fantasy VII, man.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
You're good, man. Final Fantasy VII is basically like, this is a remake. So technically you don't need to know the original Final Fantasy VII for this. I'll just leave it at that because there are some differences, but Final Fantasy is not a continuing story. So like there is a different story for each Final Fantasy. So like Final Fantasy 16 coming out has a totally different story that doesn't involve any of the other games. They're just similar in terms of like the enemies you fight. They each have like a character named Sid. They have like similar themes like chocobos, moogles, and stuff like that.
Pretty much.
And that's about it. So you really don't need to know. Yeah, Phoenix Downs. Like the items are all the same, right? Phoenix Downs and stuff like that. A lot of like the equipment will be like, similar names.
The spells,
yeah. But as far as
like a parallel universe type situation or a multiverse type situation.
Multiverse of madness.
There's always a Sid. There's always a Sid in every single Final Fantasy game.
Where's the
Sid? Something.
He's gotta build me something real quick. Where's the Sid?
You might be onto something because there's the Cydia where they pull protagonists from all the Final Fantasies together and antagonists to fight. So yeah, a multiverse. There we go.
Final Fantasy multiverse.
You're still sharing your screen. I'm not sure if you know.
I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me go back to there we go. But yeah, like that's to me that's very I don't know. I want to have high hopes, but at the same time, like Mike says, it is Square Enix and they usually don't do things like that. But it is nice to see that we're actually getting updates on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I honestly didn't think we would get it this year, and we still might not get it this year. But it's nice to see that they're updating us, and they did say that it's scheduled on time. According to I think IGN did an interview. They said that they are finishing up like the final parts of the game, and they already started working on part 3. So, I mean, take that as you will.
If it comes out this year, I will do something drastic.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
David says you and fans still need to do something because you guys lost the Game Awards predictions.
Me and fan.
Yeah,
oh.
we're gonna have.
We tied for last place.
Remember?
Yeah.
Did we tie? I thought you were.
No, I came in number 1. Yeah. I got 1 point over you guys for that. So I don't know. Like David, you're gonna have to choose. You gotta choose what they need to do.
Eat a ghost pepper on stream. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'll do a one-chip challenge. I'll do a one-chip challenge on stream.
Have you guys already?
God. I just did that like a few months ago, dude. Oh, it's so terrible. Like.
Have you guys?
I'm gonna have to put a tarp down if we do it because I'm gonna be slobbering everywhere, dude.
Just get you a little bib.
Yeah.
Have you guys already said all your piece on the news topic you guys were talking about for Final Fantasy VII? Because I haven't said my stuff yet. If anything,
say your stuff.
All I'm saying is that if it's going to release this year, I might be slightly worried about it because I feel like that. I just want them to take their time with it. That's all I want. That's all I want. So like, if they have to push it back just so they can actually polish it, fine. That's perfectly fine. But with that, like, just take as much time as you need. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I'll say this: if the Final Fantasy 16 launch goes really successful, pretty much, then I think they should take notes from Yoshida's team and be like, you know what? Maybe let's finish this game first, and then like take a whole year and then polish it again. Yeah. So that way we don't mess anything up with this game. You know, I'm willing to deal with that. I mean, that's just me though. Not everyone
else. That's what Nintendo did with Tears of the Kingdom. They said the game was ready last year, but they spent an extra year just polishing it to make sure there's no issues.
Yeah.
So like, I agree.
Couldn't fix a glitch, like a duplication glitch. Come on, bro. You got a year to figure that out.
Like straight up, they are super confident to the fact that you don't need a day one patch for this game, which like that's like the first time I've seen that.
That is true.
Like, in years. So like, if the release goes well as expected, then hey, I hope the other teams can take note of that.
Really, really, really want the game to be somewhat broken because I just love to see the chaos. Because they said that, like,
someone will find a way to break it. Trust me.
Well, I mean, if it works in like perfect form, I would say outside of like
is
glitches.
Never gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect at all.
Well, I mean, like outside of glitches, right? Because somebody's gonna exploit it. Like people always find a way to exploit the game somehow. But in terms of like it's stable, right? It's not a Jedi Survivor situation or anything like that, right? Then Cyberpunk, yeah.
Jedi Survivor wasn't as bad as everyone made it out to seem. I would say like Cyberpunk or
Cyberpunk was worse.
Well, I'm talking about.
What like, about Gollum, bro? Like,
I don't think anybody wants to be that. Like, I don't know. David said, "Tears of the Kingdom with one chip challenge." There you go,
bro. I'm telling you right now because I just did it, dude. I'm gonna not be able to do anything after that one chip, dude.
Oh man. There you go. I mean, it's whatever David says. He's gonna pick.
I'll fight a Gleecock with no armor and a stick.
Imagine playing
do it
like that.
Freaking do it, man.
Right, guys, before I start my match, I'm gonna eat this one chip, and then you have to finish the match.
Bro, because I promise you, you're gonna be like crying for a solid like 45 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
After you eat that chip.
I've had like ghost pepper freaking wings. I've had like death wings.
So I eat very spicy. I used to have a ghost pepper plant and everything. Like, so I eat super spicy. Like, you know, I've had like Carolina Reaper, like jerky and like stuff like that. And I can honestly say, like, the one chip challenge is like ahead of everything. Like,
what
by
would make
leagues.
You ruin jerky like that? Like, jerky is such a great food.
But the one chip challenge, it tastes bad. It's super spicy. Like.
Yeah, he said, David said Survivor was good, story was a little disappointing. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not talking about like gameplay wise. It was just like they had like performance hiccups and stuff like that, which I think they patched already. So they're good to go.
It works on Steam Deck perfectly too.
Yeah. I saw there was an update like recently on the Steam Deck for that too.
At least it released like a good game with some hiccups instead of like Gollum. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like I don't know if anyone looked into that game. Like
I saw gameplay of it. It looked kind of,
bro.
That's literally my reaction to it.
Bro,
I was like, okay.
It was the character models of Gollum from Shadow of Mordor are infinitely better than the actual game based around Gollum. Like, and I'm just like, that's insane.
I saw that.
It was a chore simulator.
A chore simulator,
pretty much. So you're pretty much the orcs like errand boy, you know what I mean? Like, and you pretty much the whole game is the orcs commanding you around and you going and doing it.
Lackluster. I wanted to be killing hobbits or something.
Right.
You're Golem. Like he is. I want somebody to chalk my ring and then I'm on a revenge quest to get it back.
Revenge quest.
Come on.
All right. in our last bit of news, and a quick, because we're kind of running low on time there, and we got to do video game 20 questions. Is what to expect, from the podcast and actually from the team going forward. On and off, depending on how our work days look, we might stream some of the events, we might not, so it just varies. But here's a couple things to look forward to, though, which is great because we're gonna have a lot of topics to talk about coming into the following weeks here, and I am gonna share my screen here. I need to see something, because it looks like the transition only works if I go into studio mode. I did not know that. I thought if I clicked on it, the transition will still work, but it doesn't. I don't like that. But anyways, going to that, starting, May 24th already passed. We had the PlayStation Showcase. IGN is doing their Summer of Gaming 2023 from June 1st to June 30th. You have the Guerrilla Collective Showcase June 7th. Summer Game Fest will have their own show June 8th. Future Game Show will be June 10th. There is a pre-launch celebration for Final Fantasy 16 on June 11th. Also on June 11th is the Xbox Showcase, as well as the Starfield Direct. June 12th, we'll have the Ubisoft Forward. They did it out of order for some reason. Maybe they meant June 12th. I don't know. There's the PC Gaming Show. I got to look into that. As here it says June 11th. Then there's an Upload VR Showcase, a Wholesome Direct, and then, possibly a Nintendo Direct. I'm pretty sure Nintendo will do a Direct, but I mean, I guess we won't know. We'll have to wait and see. Also, RGG, who's known for doing the Yakuza series, they just announced their showcase on June 15th at 11 p.m. Eastern, where they're going to talk about all the new Yakuza games. There's 3 games. There's, they're not Yakuza anymore. They're Like a Dragon. Now that's the official name. Mm-hmm. But they're going to talk about Like a Dragon. Was it 8? Yeah, Like a Dragon
it's 8. It's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
Like a Dragon Gaiden, which is a prequel to 8, where you get to play as Kirito again, which I'm excited for. And then there is, what's the other one? I feel like there was a third game, or maybe not. Maybe it's just those 2. Actually, yeah, it is just those 2 because the Like a Dragon Ishin came out already.
Isn't there a part 2 for Ishin too? Is that's coming out maybe or what?
I don't think so. No, but I think that already came out. So it's those 2 games at least, and maybe they have another one. Who knows? Okay. See, Pixel says surely Starfield will come out in a respectable state.
Starfield. Sorry.
I mean,
I'm just praying for Starfield right now. That's all I'm doing.
That would be one of the biggest surprises of the year for me.
Yeah.
If it comes out good in a decent state and it's like everything that they promised,
yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, to watch out for. Like one of the things is like Xbox Showcase. I feel like they can beat Sony Showcase if they actually show games and gameplay. That's all they have to do.
If they show gameplay for Avowed,
Avowed?
If they show Starfield actually like good gameplay, you know what I mean, other than the crap that they showed earlier. If they show some Fable gameplay, you know what I mean?
Fable, man.
Yeah, they can totally come back, but that's if like all of this is done. Maybe like some updates on Halo, like where they're gonna go with Halo. Like I don't know.
I forgot about that. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, and if they had some crazy like Game Pass deals too, like that would be
or they announced that like the Activision Blizzard thing went through and this is what's coming to game. You know what I mean? Like kind of deal. Like
Modern Warfare 2 coming directly to Game Pass. Like
yeah, right. So
yeah, I mean they have to do something like that. Not they. Like if they announce another controller color, I'll be upset because it's like they have more controllers than they have exclusive games out right now. Like,
you're right. It's possible that they might do something like an Elite 3 because Elite 2's been out for a little bit now.
Don't say that, Mike. Don't say that. I'm about to buy an Elite 2 and then
I'm telling you, dude. Like because Elite 2's been out for what 3 years now. The first one I believe was out for like 3 years, like so.
Yeah, the first one was out for a while, and they released the 2 with the new Xbox. So it's been out as long as the new Xbox, I believe.
Yeah, put Hall sensor sticks on it. Like that'll be a huge upgrade. Just adding Hall sensors into there. Like oof. Oh man. Now I'm ready to hold off. Like and wait and see.
Just make it like.
You just gotta wait a week, dude.
Yeah, like, that's true. It is a week. That's true. Yeah. I'm not planning on buying it till like after that. So yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, interesting stuff. We will definitely be keeping an eye on all this stuff. We'll definitely be talking about all the announcements as well. And like I said, we might be doing them live. It just depends on everybody's work schedule and who we can get together and all that other stuff. Because June is a crazy month for for me as well in my job. Unfortunately, until this becomes my full-time job, I have to deal with that. But that is all we have for today. Now it's on to video game 20 questions. And whose turn is it? I forgot because Ash went last time. Is it Mike or Fan?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Question is, who went before me?
Fan, because Fan wasn't here. Because I had to take a Fan spot for video game 20 questions. And then we went to you. So it would be you. Yeah, it would be you, Mike.
Oh god damn.
Do you have a game? If not, we can see if Fan has one.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'll have one by the time I get back.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. In the meantime, while he's doing that, let's play rock paper scissors. No, just kidding.
I was ready.
Yeah.
Virtual rock paper scissors, bro. Come on.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No,
I did.
What's up?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about my mobile game.
Actually, I forgot to tell you that. I was going to ask you this before the podcast. Is there any notable mobile games that came out recently in the past couple weeks that you want to mention?
Nah, other than the 1.1 update that's happening for Star Rail in a couple weeks, Silverghost is coming out. Nothing much is really popping off. Black Clover should be out either this month or next month. I'm not sure yet. It's up in the air for
I
global.
wonder how that's gonna play. The Black Clover game.
It's supposed to be the same as Seven Deadly Sins, if not better. Well, I've heard it's supposed to be better, but the actual it's gonna have like a stamina cap thing. So you won't be able to proceed in the game until you have enough stamina. So it's kind of going to be like heavy pay to win. But you know, it is what it is. It's a mobile game. Like I said, if you're trying to play a mobile game, set aside $200. That's what they want from you.
I've been trying to catch up on some of my backlog. I actually recently finished Resident Evil 4 remake, and nice. I might do another playthrough just to speed run it and get the achievement. And then like I'm trying to finish up Dead Space, but the problem is that when I finally reached that one area where you actually leave the Ishimura station, they're like, listen, if you leave, you can't come back. So I had to backtrack everything to make sure I get all the upgrades for my weapons before I go, because once you start New Game Plus, everything gets carried over. So I want to make sure I get all the upgrades beforehand. And then just yesterday, I was playing like my third game with a group of friends of mine called Phasmophobia. Now since I had a better group that know how to teach better how to play the game, now it's actually fun for me. I actually like it a lot, and I recorded a whole thing of it. Problem was I didn't realize how loud my mic was. Thank you, James, for that. and then when I turned the gain down and look back, I'm like, there we go. That's what my mic's supposed to sound like. So all right, thanks.
Yeah. David says Dead Space is terrifying. That he's been avoiding it. Yeah, I mean, Mike had to deal with that. He had to stream Dead Space.
It is literally terrifying, dude. Like, especially when you play with headphones and everything.
Yeah,
I love the experience. I'm using my Sennheisers, playing freaking Dead Space. It's an amazing experience.
No, that can't happen. Much that will kill me.
Yeah, and Pixel says Resident Evil 4 has so much replay value. Yeah, it does.
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah,
Capcom's on a roll. I'm telling you, they're dominating this generation so far, I would say. But yeah, let's begin. You say you got a game, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Let's begin. All right. Let's see.
Is this game a Sony exclusive?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, I should probably be writing this down.
PlayStation right off the bat. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a Sony exclusive.
Did it come out after 2000?
Yes.
Is this game well, if it's not Sony exclusive, multi-plat. Well, no, it could be Xbox exclusive, I guess. Is it a multi-platform game?
No.
Okay, so it could be Xbox.
Hold on, let me double. Yeah, no.
Okay, so Xbox or Nintendo?
Is it a Nintendo exclusive?
No.
Okay, so it's Xbox.
Wait,
it could be Dreamcast.
What y'all just asked? Hold up.
Is it a Nintendo exclusive?
After 2000, and then it was it multi-platform?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Nintendo exclusive.
All right, so it has to be something from the box.
Well, it could be that or Dreamcast, because that's also technically after 2000.
Unless we can like further narrow it down the year. So
yeah.
I've never even touched a Dreamcast, so have fun with that one.
I was lucky enough to touch. I was lucky enough to touch one. So
try to pick a year that also factors in a console generation. Because like if you do like 2010, that's mid PS3 and PS4. So if you do like 2013, that's PS4 and above. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
You want to see? It was 2013. They come out after 2013.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Did the game come out after 2013?
No.
Okay, so it could be Xbox or Dreamcast. You want to ask if it's Xbox to get that out of the way?
I'm gonna guess it's Xbox.
You're gonna guess it's Xbox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get over with it. We can waste too much time, to be honest.
Yeah. So you want to guess it, or you want to ask the question, or you want to stick with it's an Xbox exclusive right now?
No.
Is the
Let's
game-
let's ask the
Let's
question.
ask the question.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yeah,
the
that's
game
the
an
question.
Xbox exclusive?
Yes.
Okay. Does the game have? Does the main character wear a helmet?
What?
Does the main character wear a helmet?
You're trying to get that Master Chief out the way.
Exactly. That immediately caught.
You could have just asked if it was developed by Bungie.
That's kind of hard to answer with a yes or no. I would say no.
Okay, so it's not Halo because you would have said yes. So if it's kind of hard to answer, then it could be something where you could swap on and off, like
Equipment.
gear. Yeah.
Or unless it's Gears of War.
Well, he said, are we talking about like the original Xbox?
Well, it has to be either
Well,
Xbox
it
or
came
Xbox
out
360.
It came out between the game came out between 2000 and 2013. That we know. That's the
Yeah.
time frame we're
Okay.
So it's
okay.
Xbox or Xbox 360, and Microsoft doesn't have that many exclusives, so it's should be easy to figure out because you have Gears of War.
Yeah, there's that.
Unless we go to Jet.
Wasn't the BioShock games strictly on Xbox at the time?
BioShock 1 came out originally on 360, but then later came out PS3. But we asked if it's multiplat. I would assume, like I would assume that he's factoring in that it's on
multiplat later on.
Yeah.
What was the Bungie game that was before
You would?
Halo?
Okay. The Bungie game before Halo?
Yeah.
Marathon? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. But
Could be
Marathon
something like
wasn't.
that.
I don't. Marathon wasn't on. I believe Marathon was.
It was
Apple.
PC. I thought it was PC.
Was it PC? I thought it was Mac actually.
Mac?
Yeah. Because Bungie was they would develop games on Apple platforms exclusively. I think Marathon was also available on PC on both. But yeah, that's why Halo was originally announced at Macworld as a Mac exclusive game before Microsoft bought them.
That's interesting. That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What? You want to add? Did we ask is it an RPG yet? Because that would kind of eliminate.
No. We never asked any genres yet, so
yeah, that would eliminate what Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey.
Yeah, forgot about those games.
Blue Dragon was an exclusive on Xbox?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I know, strange. But
yeah, that is weird.
Well, that's why I told you I got 360 first because they had all the JRPGs.
I almost bought a 360 only for Tales of Vesperia. Thank God I did not.
Yeah.
Man,
is the game an RPG?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Blue Dragon, you can't swap out equipment, and your main character doesn't wear a helmet.
No.
Yeah.
And there's multiple. But yeah.
There can't be Lost Odyssey neither because your character doesn't wear a helmet neither. Because Oblivion wasn't, or Morrowind was Xbox exclusive.
To clarify on the helmet thing,
Mm-hmm.
I just said when you said does he wear a helmet?
Yeah.
I meant no, like it's not permanent.
Not permanent.
So like Halo, you know what I mean? Like where you you can't take it off.
Okay.
So just to clarify.
Yeah, we were thinking the fact that it's equipment you can take on and off. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Are you the Dragonborn? Yeah, it wouldn't be Dragon. It wouldn't be Skyrim because that wasn't exclusive. But Morrowind. Is it? Is this game?
I mean, if you want to ask
does Bethesda make
Elder
it?
Scrolls, yeah, you could say that.
Is that a question?
Oh, well, I'm trying to ask who makes the game. Real quick, does Bethesda make it or do they publish it? Is Bethesda Studios, right? That's who makes the game.
Yeah, I would assume so.
What about Fallout?
Yeah, because I was saying because Fallout will fall under Bethesda Studios, I believe, as well. But Fallout, I don't think was exclusive on Xbox. Not 3 at least, because 3 was definitely on PS3 as well.
Wasn't 1 and 2 like only on PC for a short amount of time?
Yeah, 1 and 2 was only on PC. I don't think it ever came to Xbox. Was this game developed? I can't talk. Was this game developed by Bethesda?
No.
Okay, so it's not.
Okay,
Morrowind or any of that.
Exactly.
How many questions is that?
You're on question 9.
Okay.
Oh. Well, now you're on. You just asked question 9,
so we're on 10.
Okay.
Fallout. Well, yeah, I'll rule out Fallout because I don't think Obsidian did. I think Obsidian only did Fallout. What's it called? Vegas. New Vegas. Let's see. I don't think Mass Effect, because Mass Effect was originally exclusive, but again, well, he said he wouldn't count that because they came out eventually on PS3 in the collector's edition. I mean, Gears of War.
Well, he said it was an RPG. Well,
he said RPG.
He said it was an RPG.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
he said it was an RPG.
I need to think back on the releases and stuff. We still don't know like if it was only the original Xbox or on the 360, because that could be a factor too.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like like I said, I don't want to waste a question on that because I feel like, well, I mean, it's up to you guys.
Do we want to ask if it's Fable?
Oh, I forgot about Fable.
If it's part of the Fable series?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's not
Fable. That knocks 3 games out right there because Fable's 1, 2, 3.
We should have asked if Microsoft developed the game. I guess technically it was a Microsoft. It was whatever their name is. I forgot the name of the studio. Xbox exclusive. Is this?
Yeah. So just to give you a reference, between 2000 and 2013, I was either not born or so. My gaming sphere was not broad for that era.
Let's see. Well, we're teaching you gaming history right here.
You could ask if it's part of the Elder Scrolls series, and that would knock out a lot of the.
But they weren't exclusive. Oblivion. We already asked if it's Bethesda. It was developed by Bethesda.
That's right.
I'm trying to think because there's no JRPG that has. I'm trying to think like there's no sequence.
We don't know if it's a JRPG though. We know it's an RPG. That's just the problem is.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of the games that they made. Right. I guess there's also 99 Nights. That's another game, but I don't know.
I don't even know what that game is.
Like, it's a Musou game. Muso.
Oh, Muso. Oh, Muso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was this game made in Japan?
No.
Okay. So we could scratch out 99 Nights and all the
Blue Dragon,
all that. Yeah. Well, shoot.
And then Lost Odyssey, that's out too.
Was this thing made in the West? Yeah, I mean, if it's not made in Japan, it would have been made in the West. Or actually, the stream's a little bit behind. So, hey, look.
Hey, fan, let me ask you a question. Since I never played Diablo, did the older Diablo games like 1 and 2 were ever exclusive to the Xbox platform by any chance?
I don't think so. I'm almost positive.
So. 2 I think you can get them on PC.
Yeah, because 2 I think was PC only actually. Because Blizzard didn't make a lot of console games. Like I think they had SNES games on console, and then after that, like they didn't make a console game till what? I want to say Overwatch would have been like when they brought console games back.
All right.
So
yeah, because I know they were big into what was it, StarCraft?
Yeah.
World of Warcraft for like the longest time. Like that was just all they pushed.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other RPG games because I'm like
Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, there was one that was the Knights of the Old Republic.
Supposed to be a remake of that.
Yeah, but that's in a hiatus.
Where was that other one? Was it Knights of the Old Republic or was it there was one where you played a Jedi? Was Jedi Academy? No, wait, no. Was that?
That was online. I think that was PC only or something.
No,
I
Jedi
remember
Academy was
playing
on
on the Xbox.
GameCube too.
No.
Yeah, that's
GameCube?
Yeah.
multi-platform.
I remember playing a Star Wars game on Xbox, and it was
Obi-Wan.
You
Star
find out
Wars
that
Obi-Wan.
you were a Sith because you lost your memory.
Yeah, Knights of the Republic. Yeah.
Oh, that was the
Two.
Old Republic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, Pixel, yeah, we we have that connection there. Is this based off a property? A licensed property, I mean? Sorry.
No.
Okay, so it's not Star Wars.
So it knocks
Right.
out a lot of IP games.
Yeah. I mean, the only one I can think of is Jade Empire.
Yeah.
Was it BioWare, right? Do you want to ask if it's BioWare?
Was it BioWare that did Jade Empire?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Was the game developed by BioWare?
No.
Okay, dang. Too Human? Was Too Human Xbox exclusive?
Oh.
Would Mike give us a game like that? Like, I feel like
That
feel like Mike is too human to give us a game like that. Like, he
Wow.
wouldn't.
Is that the one where you play? Is that the one where you played like the god, the Norse god, the Tuhiman? Is that what Tuhiman is?
I have no clue. I've never played the game. I remember seeing the box art. I just don't know what the game's about.
The dude with the blue eyes, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's the one. That's when you play as Balder, like Odin's like son.
Oh, that's the first introduction for Boulder, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Boulder, were the Baldur's Gate games?
Yeah, I was going to ask that question.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that question. Like at least one or two. 3, we don't count that because that's in like an early access. But I don't know 1 and 2 is like exclusive to Xbox. That's the problem.
Should we ask if the game is based in the D&D world?
I mean,
because there's Baldur's Gate, there's the Dark Alliance. Well, that's Baldur's Gate, right? The Dark Alliance games.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
we can just ask if it's part of the Baldur's Gate series, maybe.
Well,
we don't know if this was like, if the older ones were exclusive when they were released, because I know the second game is already on Steam, so there's that.
Do we ask if there's guns in this game? Because there's also Full Spectrum Warrior, and that's technically a tactical RPG.
At this point, I mean, you're further ahead than us, so you might as well ask them.
Are there guns in this game?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be Too Human, or it could be that special one that you sent out.
Were there guns in Too Human?
No, I'm pretty sure.
David or Pixel, are there guns in this, or are there guns in Too Human?
It was basically it was like a technological like game.
Okay.
Just trying to remember who did it, who made the game.
Too Human was 360, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then Full Spectrum Warrior would be original Xbox. Is it set in modern times? Is the game set in modern times?
What do you mean?
Like in like.
What are you trying to accomplish with your question?
Like trying to see, because if it's Full Spectrum Warrior, that's a modern military shooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like it's a tactical RPG set in like modern day.
Why don't you just ask if it's a tactical RPG game?
Okay, is it a tactical RPG game?
No.
Okay, so it's not Full Spectrum Warrior. So it could be Too Human. Is Too Human an RPG though?
It's an action RPG.
Yeah, I don't even know what that game is. Holy crap!
I'm gonna ask him if you play a Norse god.
Okay.
Like, do you play Norse god?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is the game Too Human?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
David, bro,
David came with the save.
How come you never do that for anyone else, dog?
That's crazy.
Y'all would have never got that, bro.
No, if he didn't mention it, definitely would have.
Gave me the reminder. Gave me the reminder.
There it is. That's all you needed.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a close one. Yeah, if David didn't mention it, I wouldn't have thought about that. Like, I remember seeing the case of the game. I just never played the game. So, awesome. We got a winning streak here. Super hype. Speaking of that, did we beat Fan last time or did he win last time?
I only had 1 win streak, so
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. So I think the longest win streak anyone has ever done was 2 in a row. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, definitely wouldn't have gotten that.
Yep, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, but nice job. Appreciate everybody for showing up to the podcast. Definitely thank you. We will be back next Sunday for the podcast. We will also be streaming. I'll be back on Wednesday streaming some more Street Fighter 6, and I'll also be continuing my Capcom giveaway, where I'll be giving away either Monster Hunter Rise key or a Dragon's Dogma key. We did get one winner last round. We still have one Monster Hunter Rise key to give away, and we also have a Dragon's Dogma key to give away. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned on that. All you gotta do is show up to the stream. I set the raffle thing. It could be either YouTube or Twitch. I just found out that I can make it work through YouTube as well. And then you just raffle for tickets, and at the end I do a drawing, and whoever wins, I whisper you, and call it a day there. Sensei, where can I catch you at?
At NPSensei on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter.
4090 giveaway. Come on.
4090 giveaway.
No way, man.
I don't even have a 4090 in my PC. I looked at that and I was like, I'm gonna go with 3080.
Save here.
I was like, I'll be
12 gigabyte. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have that. When money starts coming in, me and Mike can do a 4090 giveaway. We'll give away a house or something like that.
We'll
build that. I won't even buy it and then give it to me, and I'll give away mine.
Bro, this man. We're gonna use some more mobile games. Come on, man.
yes, I will.
Play 10 mobile games at the same time.
Exactly.
Get all the monitors you need.
Man. Ash, where can I catch you at?
You can catch me on my YouTube channel, Ash Destroyum. You also might catch me on Wednesday during James' stream. Might hop in there, beat his butt a couple of times in Street Fighter 6 and Liam.
Let's do it.
That.
Let's do it.
That's about it. I'm never backing down. All right.
Yeah.
I take all my L's on the chin.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta bring this up on stream. I feel offended, Sensei. I said, hey, hit me up when you want to go at it, and you never hit me up.
Yeah, because I lost. You see.
You just want anywhere else.
It's fine if I'm like winning. And I'm like, yeah, let's go play with some friends. If I'm losing, I don't have time.
Tolerance is like right here.
When I play a fighting game, it's like it's either I lose 5 times and win one game and it resets, or I lose 7 times and I end stream.
Oh man. Davis's Eiffel Tower giveaway. Mike's got that money for an Eiffel Tower. He can buy all of France and then give away France. There you go.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. So
there it
is. Oh man, where can they catch you at?
You can catch me here at the Random Encounter Podcast, but you can catch me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter at Phaneckswhy.
Mike, where can they catch you at?
Right here. Having my plans foiled by my so-called friends.
Do you all want us to hop on Diablo with you? Would you like us to help you push past level 10?
No, I was mad that David called me out on Too Human, bro. I was about to win it.
David for the win, always helping us out when it counts. That's funny, man. And me, as always, you can catch me here at the Random Encounter, where we do this podcasting every Sunday, and also we do stream 3 days out of the week. You can always catch me every Wednesday, catch Mike every Thursday, unless we move around our days depending on what's going on, and of course the group stream.
Everyone's got to hydrate.
Yeah. Oh, hydrate. Oh yeah, David said hydrate. There we go. Hydrate.
It's done.
I have nothing in my room right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I think
I got this dust filter.
Like,
I
so,
guess.
I
don't want that.
I think next podcast we will do a vote and see if we should include the some soundboard effects onto the stream. The only reason why I shut it off for the podcast is I don't want people spamming like the soundboard during the podcast because it makes it for people who listen after the fact.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was wondering what was going on your stream. I don't know which one it was. I think was it the Mario one?
Oh yeah, the Mario. That was on the Street Fighter stream. The Mario one to start screaming. Yeah.
Somebody was screaming so hard,
can't
and I
you
was
put a
laughing.
limit like to
You
like
can,
has to be.
you can, but they can find a way past it. Let me tell you something. My viewers know there's a reason why the chicken dance is not on my sound alerts anymore. They've lost privileges. I've made it 1K. I've made it 5K to like 100K, and I was like, you know what? It's gone. It's gone. We're getting new ones.
Oh, look at what's it? Julian's dreaming
Hydrate. Yep, we found the way. Oh my god.
Posture
Just
check.
end the
Look at
stream. Just end the stream, bro.
Oh,
Like,
snap.
outro, dude. Like,
I can't drink anything, bro. I have nothing on me right now. Bro. Like, come
That's
on.
true.
A gallon on me.
All I got is my saliva, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody for showing up. We'll catch you next Sunday.
Yep.
See ya.
Peace.
See ya.
See you later.